Hey there, it's Miss Ashley, and welcome back to my happy place. So this time, well, not exactly this time, but we're about to get to the finale of Kirby's adventure. We are heading to the 7th world, which would be, oh wow, I'm totally drawing a total blank right now. But as you can see, we are very much near the end. All we have left is level 7 Rainbow Resort, there it is. And then after that, we have the grand finale. So consider this is the, so far, at least right now, the penultimate episode for this series. So when we last left Kirby, he had finally arrived at Rainbow Resort, and his singing is still as bad as ever. Yes, so last time, we faced off against Meta Knight at the shore of Rainbow Resort at the end of level 6, of World 6, and discovered the secret behind his mask, and got the 6th piece of the Star Rod. So now we continue the journey and find our last piece. So last time, you might recall me mentioning, oh look at these look at the naughty! So everything's kind of dark right now. So you might recall that last time I had mentioned that there wasn't really an ice level in this game. Well, that's not entirely true. So Rainbow Resort is it's known for two things. One is that it's, super cold and frosty, but also look at this background and listen to this music. When I think of Rainbow Resort in my memories, I don't think of it so much of it as as an ice level, as much as it's just kind of, it's very close to the celestial realm. Like, granted, that's part of why it is. Let me turn this down for a moment. That is part of why it is so cold. Is like, it's on a far pole, presumably, of Dreamland. So yeah, it's going to be a little frosty, but it's not frosty in the way that you think of the Arctic, like in Alaska or wherever. But it's just kind of more like you're so close to space and nothingness and no atmosphere or anything else that yeah, just as a consequence, it is cold. So yeah, when I think of Rainbow Resort, I think of it more as just kind of a spacey type of place. That said, yes, mechanically speaking, this would be the ice world of the game. I do believe that we start seeing a little bit less of the slippery terrain as we go through, though. And it starts to give way more to, again, what I consider Rainbow Resort. So, nice envelope. Oh, you little bugger. Sneaky little fireball guy there. It's really weird, too, that he comes up from behind you like that, because there aren't really any kind of special spawns in this game, as far as I'm aware. So that is a fireball enemy. So that's an enemy that would presumably show up in front of you if a sprite limit wasn't reached. And so the fact that it comes in afterwards, that would suggest that either it was set to come in afterwards, or it was placed there with the intent that that it wouldn't spawn in properly until you got to a certain point. Let me look at this. Okay, that's still nothing. Trust me, that's going to make sense in a bit. In fact, this is the world where my looking at all of these moons should probably make more sense. So yeah, look at this. So you can see like the igloo-like structures in the back, but then also we've got all these nice stars and the Aurora Borealis, and so it's cold and it's frosty, but that's not all it is. So it seems that I missed the secret back here. So let's go back. I'm not entirely sure where it would be though, because I didn't. A good guess would be that it's sitting somewhere in the area with all the blocks, would be my guess. So let's get a little bit more diligent. Kind of distracted, talking about why I didn't consider this an ice level, and kind of completely forgot that there was fire underneath my butt, but come back, my sword! Too much lag. Okay. Got my sword back. So somewhere around here has got to be... I'm going to guess somewhere around here has got to be our little secret. Oh, okay, never mind. That fireball enemy is just always there and I didn't really notice, or... No, actually I think I was right about the sprite limit thing. Because that guy, I don't remember being there. What do you know? What's this now? That's odd. What's this here for? If not just something to indicate that, hey, maybe we should... Oh, okay. I think our secret is going to be up there. Ooh, nice backslash. Oh, go away, go away, go away. Yeah, I think it's gonna be up here. If I can just... There we go. But, I'm not... Oh, yeah, there's a door right there above me that I just was not paying attention to. And you hear that tink, that means it's a hard block. So, that fireball is there for a reason. Come to me. Be one with Kirby. It's happy in here. We're all pink and happy. Okay. Oh, nope. Don't go in there. We want to go in here. Boom. Crane game! Always a fun way to start off a video. Look at this room. It's a little face. Look at it. It's got little eyes and a mouth. He's like, ooh. Stars? Yes, stars. Okay. Exit stage. Notice that unlike the Mario games, you can exit a stage while in midair. So, like, if you're about to fall down a pit in a stage you've already beaten, you can totally just book it. No one's gonna care. So we have 2 stars on this Crane Fever game, so I'm pretty sure those are about difficulty, so let's see if I can do this. Oh boy, yeah, that is definitely about difficulty. That crane fired off like a rocket compared to all the other crane games. Yeah, that's not making it. No. Well, ooh, that's, nope. So, yeah, last crane fever of the game. Oh, look at that. Kirby did not like being poked back there. Oh, that poor Kirby plush. Bloop, boop, 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 boop. So, last crane fever of the game is bust. That's fine, because I wasn't expecting it to go that fast, so... And I think 5 lives ought to do it. If it doesn't, maybe I'll build up on lives later. Now, what do we have here? This is very quiet and scary. Hey, what do you know? This is actually still a slick surface, so we're still probably in the cool... Oh, I think I know what this is. I believe this is a mini boss rush. And if this is what I think it is, then that means that in order to find the secret for this area... Ow! That to find the secret for this area means we're going to have to fight a harder set of mini bosses. Oh no, this is not going well at all. Okay, puppy brother, give me the bomb. Yum. Okay, we're gonna take this crash with us for the next boss. Yeah, so this is what this is. This is like a mini boss tower. Oh, I think I've already messed this up. I have already messed this up. Okay. So I've actually been, occasionally reading a Kirby wiki just to kind of verify a few things as I'm editing videos, and I kind of peeked ahead for this area just to kind of like refresh my memory on some of it, since that other video took so long for me to get through. And one of the things I remember is that there's a separate entrance for a separate set of mini-bosses, and I think I've already passed that, so I'm gonna have to come back in here to get the secret. So now we got Bonkers. Notice there is a slightly escalating difficulty going on here. You know, with the Poppy Brothers Sr. being the first, and then Mr. TikTok and everybody else. So these are more or less tracking with the order that we've seen them in. And I'm probably not gonna make it without losing this last life, because they're not kind enough to give me any food. I'm hungry, I'm hurting, come on. Oh no. It's our old nemesis, the rolling turtle. Ooh, I meant to run. No. He was too quick for me. The turtle outwitted me. Now I get to do this fight with no abilities, but at least I'm not partially covered in water, so that's something. So at least I can maneuver. Okay, just need 2 more turtles. He stopped right in front of me. You You tricky little turtle. Oh, look at that. Look at those weird iframes. I gotta hand it to them. At the very least, they thought about it realistically. It's like, we can't just have him auto-grab Kirby with his shell. That doesn't make any sense. Give me one last turtle, baby. There we go. So, if this is going more or less in order of difficulty, then Bugsy is probably the next mini-boss. There he is. This is gonna be a little hard, because just like with him, I'm gonna have to wait for little friends. Wait, although now that I think about it, Bugsy is not anywhere near as hard as Rolling Turtle. He's so much slower. Or at least this Bugsy is slower. There we go. Actually, I'm going to keep this ability. Something really funny about just throwing Bugsy across the room like that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep— oh, here's our buddy Fire Lion. No! I learned nothing from last time. At least throw is strong, so okay, come on, make your jump. Face plant. Throw. Get away. Get away, kitty! Bad kitty! Bad kitty! There we go. Out of there. And that is the end of it. Way through all the mini-bosses. It wasn't that hard, really. I just kind of did things a little bit silly. Look at this. Now see, this is what I think of when I think of Rainbow Resort. Not ice, not the frozen tundra and the barrens of Dreamland. This right here. These stars and these drawings, and look at this neon. Let me get a useful ability and a tomato, and this is just like the how do I describe this? It's almost like a kid's drawing, but it's a kid's drawing in space. Like, it's a kid in a rocket ship, and he's drawing what he sees outside. Okay, so— oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm thinking of a different level in this world, because there apparently was no secret there. Or wait a minute, I think the idea is that— hold on. Okay, so there it is. So there is a harder course you can go through, but it's not for a secret, it's not for like a secret, exit. It's for like a bunch of one-ups or something like that. So there's an extra challenge in this level you can go to. You know, just for the sake of completion. You know, this isn't really gonna count for anything, but let's just see if I can do this. So all the mini-bosses in this entrance are supposed to be extra hard. So these are the mini-bosses that you would normally like find in the arenas, where they're super fast and a little bit less predictable. That's right on my face. I totally expected that to finish you off. No! Backslash. Alright, so we start off with a blue bonkers, and then we move on to a red rolling turtle. I don't think we've— whoa, look how fast that turtle is. Like, this time it's no joke. This turtle is way too fast. We're gonna have to keep a distance. He's got air throws. Whoa! Holy, this is— oh! Oh, come on, come on, come on. No! He really likes to rub it in, that red rolling turtle. He's just like, okay, yeah, not only did I grab you, I'm going to humiliate you. Whoa! Okay, I'm not even sure what happened there. I think I must have jumped at just the right frame or something for that not to register contact. These leaps are what's really killing me. He's like jumping around like a Mega Man boss. Oh! Okay, Spider Turtle. That's enough of that jumping stuff. Alright, so after the very frightening red rolling turtle, what's next? A gray Bugsy. Oh, look at this. He's got air throws. Everybody's got air throws. This is a fighting game now. Go away. No. Good. Whoa! This is so frightening. Like, you haven't... Oh, you bugger. You literal bugger. I thought you were gonna jump up. Ouch. So much pain. What is this? What are you doing? What are you doing? That is frightening. That is absolutely frightening, seeing this slow hovering giant beetle. Okay. Almost out of this. Get out of there. So there's not a lot of mini-boss in this game, as you've noticed, so this has to be another Fire Leo, or Fire Lion. He's not a specially colored one, though, so I don't think he's got any different behaviors. Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect. Remember, there's some damaging, yeah, so 5 1-ups. Looks like I won't have to really need to farm 1-ups at all for the final boss. Very nice. So that was the alternate route you can take here just for the extra challenge. I don't think this goes out to anywhere different. I'm pretty sure the level ends in the same spot. Yes, there's our Space Kid drawing. Back to a useful ability. So that was fun. It was a little scary, but we made it through. Alright, let's keep going. Got a lot of levels to go through. So here we are, we're still in this same little environment. And now see, yeah, right here, and there's no, yeah, this is the place that has a whole bunch of naughties. And this, now we are in Rainbow Resort. You know, we got polka dots that are kind of like pajamas, that little motif, and then there's the circle crayon drawings that are like little kid scribbles, and there's the stars that let you know that it's kind of time for sleepy time. Yeah, this is Rainbow Resort right here. Not ice, this. Look at that naughty, he came right at me. Oh, Rondo Bird! I'm getting really good with backslashes this time. Ooh, you are a little cheeky guy. Little Sir Kibble. No! This is so awkward. Oh, no! Oh man, just when I was saying that, you know, that's the real Rainbow Resort, like, now I'm back to the ice, back to the igloos, and suddenly it's so much harder. Oh no, Broom Hatter, bad Broom Hatter, alright. Meta Knight, he's still our friend after everything he did. Ooh, this is kind of harrowing. These are some very awkward angles. Yeah, oh, ooh, look at that, we had so much inertia, we just could not get out of that skid. So that's awesome, so like, even after we revealed Meta Knight's true identity, whoever he might be, he still decided to help us out with that candy. We probably just need to get out of here. Okay, if there was a secret in that area, I have no idea where it would have been. Everything seemed pretty clear-cut in that level. Okay, and it was. So look at this. I think we have left behind the frozen part of Rainbow Resort now, and we are getting to, again, the part that I like. Look at this weirdness. Oh, we got this nice music going. There's more naughties and some weird colored right out of the air. That was such a rude laser guy. But, you know, what other opportunities do we really get to play with ball? Yeah, look at that. Just right through everything. Okay, we can't get through that wall, though, with ball. Now look at this. Now we are in a straight-up playroom. This is just so adorable. You know, now that I think about it, so, like, I was playing a little bit of, Kirby 64 a couple of weeks ago, and this aesthetic here with the... Good golly, everything is just jumping out at me. And this aesthetic is reminding me a lot of that game. He was so mean. He just walked right up to me and just threw that star in my face. Oh no, and then the Bronto birds. Always with the Bronto birds. And yeah, so I was playing that, and this kind of reminds me of that because there were all sorts of very weird environmental designs in that game. Definitely not. I wouldn't consider it in one of the as one of the higher ranking Kirby games. You know, for my money at least. Like, I know a lot of people like it. A lot of people grew up with it. Ouch. I know a lot of people like it. A lot of people grew up with it, but it seemed way too weird to me when I played it when it was new, because I had gotten so used to playing this game and with the inertia and just the feel of the running and jumping, that when I got a hold of Kirby 64, everything seemed to be so much slower to me. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Concentrate. Ooh, why did I do that? Ouch! No. I feel like there was something I missed here, but maybe not. And yeah, it felt so weird. Everything felt a lot slower. I kind of, as much as I like the personality and the combo attacks, a lot of them seem like they still kind of accomplish the same thing. Because you have to remember, in Kirby Superstar, we got every enemy got life meters, and so that meant that attacks could differentiate themselves by having different damage totals. Yeah, you just do your thing down there, Mr. Crash Bomber. Oh yeah, congratulations on getting into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, by the way. You made it, but not Waluigi. I mean, I guess technically you're there in the same way that Waluigi is there, but still. We are not having any of this with you, Grand Wheelie. Just get out of my way. Incidentally, you were the one mini-boss that was missing in the tower. I guess it was just a little bit too hard to back that wheel up into a tower. Okay, now this I do remember from sight, not from reading ahead or anything. These stars are actually exerting wind. I kind of wish there was more of a graphical effect here, because we did have windy areas before that gave us that. But here, you just have to look at these constellations, and like that's gonna shoot me up, and this is gonna shoot me down. And that fireball is... Ooh. Okay, for a moment I thought that fireball had just pieced out entirely. Oh, you... No, 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 no! Wow. I basically got meteor smashed. Whoop. Okay, so yeah, I probably should have just been staying on the ground. Well, I kind of needed that. Alright, no fear. Num num num. Whoa, that's not cool. Oh, I didn't even realize that it affects that too. That's a little dicey, so that means I can't even do that here. Without risking something. Let me just despawn that guy. No! Oh. Everything is giving me so... Oh no! Hey, at least we got to see the animation of getting electrocuted. Oh man. So, World 7 is no joke. This is the, like, as cute and playful as this game is, we are in the last world of the game. So, a little bit of challenge is to be expected. Okay, so, although that said, I do not remember ever having this much problem with this stage before. Okay, and then there's you, and just fall on my head, very good. I'm gonna go up through here, and land. We're just gonna take this nice and slow. Okay, alright, and we go across here, and then you're gonna jump again? Look at this! Ah, I'm flying! Whee! I'm getting carried away. Alright. Okay, there's a door. There's a door. Alright. We need to get out of here. Get out of the playroom. Get away from these constellations. I feel like I'm going to need that. Just based on the fact that it's right there. There might be a cannon or something. Yeah, what do you know? What do you know? I just said it. Get back over here. Okay. So I'm gonna have to... There we go. Haha, fooled you. So I'm gonna have to do this quickly. If I... Oh boy, that is That is a tight window, I tell you what. So then I guess the idea is instead... Go away. Okay. So I'm gonna have to kind of clip this and fireball into the middle part. That didn't work. Ow! Okay. I'm gonna have to be a bit more... Okay, the fact that guy's gonna keep respawning there is really annoying. I'm gonna have to be a lot more nimble. Okay, so first let's let him do his thing. Okay, and then I'm going to fireball. I want to hit the wall so that I can bounce up and then just hit fireball again and again and again. So, all right, to do that, I just need to do this. And he's gonna respawn every time. Go away, Mr. Beam. I don't know what your name is. Okay. That is a very tight window. This might take a while. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, get right here. Oh, I almost had it. Wait, can I even fireball into that? No, I can't. So I have to, let's see, if I land right here. Okay, so I can fall into it. I just have to fireball from pretty far back. Alright, let's try this again. No! Oh. No! I'm like missing it by one or two frames or something. Because it looks like it's made to be made perfectly for being able to land. Oh goodness. 22 tries later. Well, I remember why I don't remember this now. This wasn't a secret. But it does replace so many of those lives that I lost. Oh man, that's... Oh boy. Oh boy. And now that I'm looking at the structure of this world map, it's becoming clear to me that there probably wasn't even a secret there to begin. Like, yeah. Level 6. Okay, after all of that, we finally get to the coolest thing. Look at this. This is going to be a tour through the entirety of Kirby's Dream Land on Game Boy. We are going to go through abridged versions of every world in that game. So, you know what? I'm not... Everything from before, it's all gone now. And as a tribute to this level, I will not be using Kaabii abilities. I'm going to play this the way Kirby played back then. Well, except for the fact that I can run. I'm just going to run because I gotta run. The silly bird. Oh, and then there's the Poppy Brothers, and there's the Kaabii, and yeah, so this, yeah, we are back to basics in Kirby's Dream Land. Oh, this is so funny because I didn't forget about this. Like, I knew this was coming at some... Oh no, everything's getting vicious. No! I swear I hit the button. And so yeah, so like even though I knew that this stage would be coming eventually, I had forgotten about it already. And so like I lost so much hope doing that canon challenge earlier. And so see, now we're in World 2 of Kirby's Dream Land. I forget the exact names of those worlds in that game. Which is funny, because I just watched a speedrun of the extra mode for that game. But yeah, still, I lost a life, but it's fine, because we are just having happy Kirby fun times in black and white, but our Kirby is still pink, because he is Kirby, and Kirby has to be pink. Ever since this game, anyway. No! Evil squiddies! Oh, this is just so wonderful. It's so wonderful. Okay, so there is one little extra tidbit here. So in the remake to this game, Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland for Game Boy Advance, this level doesn't appear as classic as it does here. So it tries to, it does like do the color palette thing for the environments, but the character sprites are still all in the original colors for the game. So like that's, ow. So like for example, that Scarfy would still be brown. Just like how that Shatso is still solid black instead of like a gradient of gray or something. So good. So yeah, so like, you know, even though for a lot of people, Nightmare in Dreamland is the optimal way to enjoy Kirby's Adventure, just keep in mind that it is not a perfect port. It adds some things and it takes away some things. And now, we are getting to the thing that I've been checking. There's nothing in there, right? Right. Now we're about to get to the thing that I've been checking for a while now, because I wanted to make sure that it was, you know, that it wasn't only this one, just in case, but apparently it is just this one. So if you go all the way up here, you'll find this happy little moon, and in this happy little moon is a special area, which incidentally also exists in Kirby's Dreamland. And so we fall down, and there's our secret for the level. And that's just the warp star bag. And there's the one up in the Maxim Tomato as our prize for having a good memory. Although, you know, I must confess, I didn't play Kirby's Dreamland until after I had played this game. But I had heard of Kirby's Dreamland, so I knew what that level was trying to do when I first got to it. Whew. So it's been quite a journey. So the Orange Ocean was enormous, it was vast, and it hid a multitude of secrets. Whereas Rainbow Resort is more or less what you see is what you get. We had the 2 secrets, and one of them only didn't even give us a minigame. So we're almost done. That is almost everything. All that's left is this boss, who is holding the 7th piece of the Star Rod. And we'll take a looky-loo at this boss next time on the finale of Kirby's Adventure. See you soon. It's been a long, long journey. But now, it's finally time to face DDD. Whoa! He's learned a new trick since last time. The Star Rod is complete. But wait. What's that?